Hey guys, welcome to season 2.
Welcome, guys. It's been a year since we've recorded, and we're back for season 2. I've got my good friend Tallham here with me, and Adham. I'm Omar, and this is Habano del Podcasto. We are back after a hiatus. We've had a year of soul searching and thinking about what we wanted to do.
Sorry, it's a year where Tallham had to go and change his outfits. That's the only thing. We were on break, so that Tallham goes and just finds whatever he's wearing right now.
Is it true that he went to Denmark and robbed a grave?
Yeah, he was waiting for the guy to die. That's why it took a year.
Yeah, I needed this vest that bad.
And he was like, "Now it's time to take it." No, I mean, you do look like you're meant to be in a cigar podcast.
Yeah.
Well, given that this is a cigar podcast, I think that's exactly what I was trying to do.
And
Actually, we also have one more person in the podcast now, and who do you want to introduce him?
yeah, sure. So we have Fish. That's his.
His name is a budget Jamie here. Remember?
Yeah,
that's how we.
he's
introduced
our
him in
budget
season 1.
Jamie, and he is in Dubai now for 1 year. Last time we recorded, he was our assistant, and he was just newly in the country, and he didn't have a work visa, and he was really upset. But now he.
No,
Well,
he's
there you
our
go.
assistant, but he has a visa. and his
I would like it known I wasn't working at the time. I was on a tourist visa and I was like touristing. I wasn't working.
touristing.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. And also, like, over the last year, how many times has Tallham threatened to quit this podcast?
Oh, I actually stopped counting. In the end, I was like, you know what? He'll come back. He'll come back.
He would quit 1 week, and then the next week he would come with like a 50-page dossier on what the first episode is going to be like.
I never quit the. What
sorry.
the hell are you guys even talking about?
Last week you quit the podcast.
Yeah, that was once, not a million times.
Oh, fine. Okay.
And why are we talking about this in episode 1?
You want to talk about this in episode 2?
No, like why the hell are we talking about this
Okay, so
at all?
let's get back into it. So we've spent the last year looking at what we wanted to do, and we are back at this because we have had a year to recharge, smoke cigars. We've been to many events. We went to the Leaf Master events. We went to the World Cigar Show, which happened in November in Dubai, which was the first time the PCA had a cigar event outside the US. So that was a major event. It was in the World Trade Center, and a lot of the brands came, and it was the inaugural event. Ride from Leaf Master organized it, and it was amazing. I took 2 days off work and just spent the 2 days there with them. It was fantastic.
I was so jealous when you guys went.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
it was so good. And Tallham came as well.
It was a lot of fun. Like the kind of interest that the UAE has in the industry as well. Like with the amount of people that came, the brands, it was a really fantastic event, and we are kind of looking forward to the next one
Yep.
in November this year as well.
And we changed some stuff in the podcast. I think in season 2, it's a bit different. We're gonna be smoking a specific brand. And
Yeah.
Tallham, you want to tell us more about why
Yeah,
do we choose
so-
this brand? And
So generally, one of the things that like I noticed in season 1 when we started out, we were just exploring the idea of doing a podcast, and just generally it started out with okay, what do we enjoy? We enjoy smoking. Let's just get some mics and smoke and just do a podcast, right? And we'd essentially smoke what we liked, what was available, what we wanted to promote or whatever it is, right? But I thought it would be kind of nice for this season to have a bit more structure around what we smoke in terms of brands. So I thought what we could do is every season we'll do a deep dive into a brand, and to just explore that brand of cigar or that line of cigar, that region, these blends, or the people behind those blends, and what makes it special in essence. So So one of the reasons why I wanted to start with AJ Fernandez actually was because it was one of the first smokes that I've had that had a profound impact on me. And this one that we're smoking today is a New World Oscuro in Toro. Was actually one of the first cigars I smoked back in 2022. And actually, I have my notebook here, and it was one of the first sticks that I actually did my notes on. It's a very special stick. It's actually the blend that AJ Fernandez it worked on with his father when his father joined him in his factory, and they introduced it in 2014, and that year itself it won Cigar of the Year. So it's it's a fantastic smoke. I had bought a box of these in Robusto, and every one of them was a fantastic smoke.
Is it really like common for a cigar to win Cigar of the Year in the same year it's actually produced?
Not really. Like that hasn't it happened many times. This is probably one of the few that did that actually. So yeah. So that's gonna be the theme of the season, and I'm really excited to jump into AJ Fernandez in the next few episodes.
So I'm getting very strong notes of chocolate.
Yeah.
From the cigar. From the fruit of it, yeah. It's just like literally a chocolate bar.
100%.
Okay, I don't know about you.
It's,
but I'm
it's,
just
it's earthy
eager to
as
cut.
well.
Trusty V cutter.
Can you hand me the...
Do you need a cutter?
Yeah, this one.
Are you supposed to take the band off, or you just?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
No, smoke it with the bun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's how you know the cherry is lit. I bet you Tallham smoked it with the bun the first time he smoked the
For
cigar.
the first time probably.
First time you smoked these, like I'm getting notes of silk.
Red silk. Ah man, good. It's good to be back. It's been a while.
So yeah, we were busy. We have had major life events.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Tallham became a father again, or
No, just one kid still.
just one.
No
Okay.
change there.
It's hard to keep up with Tallham.
We'll have like a few wives or something. When we start to keep up.
Adham, what's your plans? How many kids you got now?
Sorry?
How many kids you have now?
Oh, 17. Yeah, no. Still, I'm still not a father. I think we're gonna wait for a bit.
Still looking for the right woman.
I found the right woman. I mean, I think you want to get me in trouble, like straight away. I think you do that like in the last episode of the season, so that we actually take a break before season 3. But I think you're just gonna get me, cancelled from episode 1. No, a lot of things happened in the last year. I mean, you're now no longer, Omar Ali. You're actually Ali San.
Exactly.
Alisan,
So
yeah.
that's
So
one.
yeah, I'm working with Japanese colleagues, and yeah, we've had quite a year where we were all working at Smart Crowd, and got taken over by Navi, and that was quite an exciting time, and now we're all still doing our own thing. Tallham, can you fill us on what you've been doing for the last year?
Omar's no longer my boss. So as you guys know, in season 1, he was my boss, and now he's not my boss anymore.
Now I'm just his boss on the podcast.
And now he's just my co-host on the pod. With this past year, man, it passed like really quickly and slowly at the same time. I don't know, like with anybody out there that has young kids or like a young kid, it's a whirlwind. Like your days are really kind of long, but time passes really quickly. Like you don't know where the week goes or where the month goes or where the year goes. So it's just been crazy for me at least. Being a dad of like a 2-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, like you really get to see their personalities come out at this time. Like with
Is it
your
really the
daughters
crazy
as
twos
well.
as they say it is?
It really is, man. I mean, they have a lot of energy and they have like a personality now. They don't have any reasoning, so so there's no like reasoning with them at this age, and there's just a ball of energy that you need to constantly direct to something.
That's funny because it's the same with having budget Jamie. in the house.
Are you sure about the energy though? Does he come with like packed with energy?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes this guy's got so much energy, he's like bouncing off the walls.
Wow.
The other days, he's just like a grumpy teenager.
Maybe it's a cocaine.
He definitely doesn't look like that in the office though. I think also like the past year we've traveled. I've traveled to like 2 new places. You've traveled to 1 new place.
Yeah,
Alisan,
yeah.
did you travel to any new places? last year?
No. I went to Pakistan to my farm, and I went home to Glasgow. That's pretty much it. Not been many new places. But yeah, it's been an interesting year. I think if you look back at it, if you look back at season 1, what were the themes we were talking about? We were talking about how the U.S. government had introduced Doge, and if you
Oh
go
wow,
back,
that is old.
yeah.
A lot happened.
Exactly. So if you go back, I said Doge, nothing will come of Doge. There will be no major savings. And since then, the U.S. debt has increased by $5 trillion.
Yeah, I mean, I think
That's
we could tell when Musk came up with a black eye one day. And you're like, all right, I think that's your answer. Nothing's gonna
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, no, a lot happened. A lot happened in the last year.
And I think we spoke about the AI trend then, right?
Yeah.
And it's really accelerated.
Oh yeah, every single person in the company now uses AI in one
Yeah.
way or another. It's so much embedded in the product that we use, in Slack, daily tasks. It's crazy. And what's interesting is like everyone was scared that it's gonna come in and take jobs and all that, but it's not. It's actually made you hire smarter, so you don't actually need like 5-10 people to do a specific thing in a department. You actually just need like 2-3 with AI experience, with access to tools to actually do things the right way and in the fast way, and it's been amazing. It's,
well, don't you think at some point it's going to start taking jobs?
I've always said this. You still need someone that enters the prompt and actually sits behind
Yeah.
the system, right? It's not just gonna go by itself and do everything unless you do automations, right?
Yeah, so-
but who's gonna create the automations?
So my point is, do you think there's gonna come a time where once that automation is ready, that the machine itself, like
Okay.
one of the things that I read, that one of the like new version of Claude
Yeah,
was completely created
by
by the
Claude.
previous version of Claude.
Yeah,
So
which is
once you
fine.
like begin that
Yeah, but you're not
push
gonna.
that train.
Yeah, sure, but you're not gonna ship it. You're unless there's someone looking after the code that's actually been generated and doing all that. All right, hear me out. How many years have autopilot been introduced in airplanes, commercial
A
airplanes?
long time.
Long
now.
time. Yeah.
Why do we still have pilots and not 1, 2, and sometimes 3
Yeah.
sitting in the cockpit to this day?
Because computers can't calculate if anything that is out of the ordinary. It happens, then you need a person to jump in, kind of.
But you have full self-driving cars,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work unless you're actually sitting in the seat, right?
Yeah. But they have this robo taxis now, right? And there is no driver behind that whatsoever, right?
There is no driver behind the actual wheel at that time, but there's always someone watching the actual
remotely.
system.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they can take over. The moment something wrong goes on, they take
can
over.
take over.
It becomes like a remote controlled car.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're just not sitting there in the car itself, right? So that's what I'm saying. That yes, there's gonna be some redundancies, but I think it's just gonna be redundancies in people that don't actually use AI or are so stuck in the fact that no, I don't want to use this new technology. I don't want to be associated to it. I'm just gonna stick to my old way of doing things. That's my opinion. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might be replaced by AI tomorrow. I have no idea. I'd actually want that to happen.
You do.
Just do the podcast full time then.
Exactly.
You can't replace us on the podcast, right? Can't have robots.
What if they just all this is going out into the internet, right? What if they take all the episodes?
How are they gonna smoke cigars?
You can just make an AI video, of it. Like there are people.
How are
now
they gonna
online.
smoke cigars and actually taste the cigar and tell you what they're tasting?
They can just AI generate that video. So like, what's reality, right? If they take your exact likeness because of all the episodes online or whatever it is, right? And they just essentially put out, a video of you smoking a stick, right? And then they release it.
All right. So first third. How is an AI gonna introduce the first third that we just smoked?
You're gonna look up what the reviews as
Exactly
like
there,
what I
there
did.
you go. There you go. You said it. It's gonna look up people actually smoking the cigar before. So you can't get rid of the human element in it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not gonna taste the cigar for you. It's gonna look for someone that actually tasted that cigar and just gonna copy paste whatever they said. Right?
There'll be a limit to how much AI can replace humans. Because if humans don't have anything to do, there's going to be widespread depression. And
Oh yeah, 100%.
if people don't have a purpose in their life, doesn't matter how much money you give them. If they don't have a purpose, they don't have a goal, they don't have to go somewhere to go on a daily basis. They just have universal income because robots and AI is doing all the work. It's going to be very, very depressing for people. Because you don't have a purpose to do anything. So there will be a limit to how much AI can actually do.
And you're still going to have people building data warehouses, right? You're not going to have an AI robot building a data warehouse. Unless, they teach them how to.
Really? Yeah, like one thing I feel that's never going to go away is real work. Like, building houses, plumbing, electricity, all that, all the manual stuff, construction stuff is not going
robots, though. You never know. Robotics are going to become.
Yeah, but then you need a people to fix the robots.
Yeah.
Robots can
will
fix robots.
robots.
But then who's gonna fix that robot?
Another robot.
Another robot.
Or the robot that the robot just fixed.
Yeah, but then at some point there has to be like a guy with a screwdriver.
No, it's the same thing with doctors. Like a doctor treats a patient, and then the doctor itself gets treated by another doctor. There's not gonna be like a top doctor that no one treats and he just dies, right? It's the same thing.
The top doctor is just sitting there smoking a cigar.
It's like I had no one to. The thing is, like, I've always wondered who cuts the hair of a barber. So I used to go
Very serious?
Yeah, I used to go to like a barber shop and I would look for the guy with the worst hair out of them because I know that he's the good one. He's the one that in the end ended in cutting all the other hair of like other barbers, but no one was good enough to cut his hair.
Cut his hair.
So he would be like the best one, and he always isn't. I end up like with having like shittiest haircut.
That's really interesting. That's the reason why Tallham's wearing a cap.
He went to my barber.
I went to a barber with a really banging haircut, and then he just,
I was like, oh my god, look at his hair. He has the best hair in the world. Cut my hair, please. I was like, all right. That was his first time cutting hair. So what do you think about the...
This is a fantastic
It's
smoke,
beautiful.
man. So,
it's very chocolatey, earthy. I know everyone makes fun of me when I say chocolatey because everything's chocolatey.
chocolatey and leathery.
Leathery.
Leathery. But yeah, it's 100% Nicaraguan
Puro.
Puro, with wrappers Nicaraguan, the binder, the filler. With me, what I've always liked about the stick is that it smells like it's gonna be a heavy smoke,
Yeah.
but then the beginning of it, at least until you get to halfway, it's really smooth. There's almost no pepper on it. It's really smooth. It's really, really, really earthy and chocolatey.
I love the retro hill and the actual smell of the smoke.
The draw on it is amazing.
Yeah, beautiful.
I've never seen I've never had an AJ that didn't have a good draw,
Yeah.
except one. It had it was so loose. Remember I think it's the Cameroon wrapper.
It was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one had a loose draw. So why AJ? Why did you select AJ for this season?
Honestly, I had
It starts
a few.
with an A.
Ah.
So the
Yeah,
first one
because
on the
when I'm
list.
like, I went on the list of brands. It was literally just the first one up there. No, honestly, there's a few contenders, and one of the ones that I had Arturo Fuente in mind. Placencia, we're all big fans as well. So there's a few that I had in mind to start with.
It's just the funny story about Placencia actually before you carry on. So Placencia have an Instagram page where they post certain stuff, and a couple of times they've posted facts about cigars, about their own cigars, and I've corrected them, and they've removed that post and reposted it.
No way.
Seriously, that's how much me and Budget Jamie are such Placencia fanboys.
100%.
We know more about it than the actual Placencia people.
The both of you have probably bought half the stock of Placencia in the
Literally.
duty free.
Yeah,
every time you guys are traveling.
Is that why you travel through Qatar?
bought
Just
them.
to buy Placencia?
Literally, I have a flight coming up from Abu Dhabi to Doha to Edinburgh just so I can get.
Yeah, a bunch of Placencias.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Placencia actually was one of the reasons why I was really considering it, because I bought actually 2 boxes of Placencias. If you remember, one of the first times that we smoked, there was that old Placencia
Yeah.
that I gave you. It was one of the best smokes I've had.
It's called 18 something.
Yeah, it's one of the
1870 or
one of the older ones. But the
1890,
construction was
yeah.
fantastic. It's really a good brand. But honestly, the reason why I kind of gravitated to AJ is because, personally speaking, I've always enjoyed an AJ. It was one of the first sticks I smoked that I'm like, you know what, this was a great smoke. This was the cigar, and a couple of times I bought the sampler packs from the duty free, right? And I've had a few other sticks. I'm like that were fantastic, and also just with the story of AJ. Like once I started to get into it, he actually before he started his own brand, he was one of the main distributors of a bunch of really successful American brands like Diesel and Man of War. And it just so happened that, if you guys remember, I ordered a mega sampler, a pack from the States in 2022 or 2023 of 25 sticks, and it had, like, at the time I didn't know that, but it had Diesel sticks, AJs, and a few of the Man of Wars as well. They were all amazing smokes. So yeah, and I'm quite excited with the lineup of the season, because we're gonna just explore not just the brand itself, but different blends. We're gonna smoke, a Connecticut. We're gonna smoke a Habano. We're gonna go into broadleaf and Brazilian wrappers as well with Belartis. So it's gonna be a really a nice journey. And after that, I'm quite excited to get into Placencia, because I think it's kind of an interesting story, and we'll probably tell it in one of the later episodes. But AJ Fernandez and Plasencia are actually related as well. So there's a connection over there that we can explore essentially.
So at the World Cigar Show in November last year, the two main cigars that they launched at that show, well, I think they were already launched, but they're the two main cigars that were being showcased, were the Plasencia Alma DCL and the New World Dencio. Decencio.
Sorry, Decenio.
Decenio, yeah.
And that's what we're going to be smoking in the finale, by the way. Because what's interesting is that it's a 10-year anniversary of the New World, and what we're smoking today is what launched the New World line essentially, which is this one.
So, like you said, this is a Nicaraguan puro. If I'm out on a night out with somebody and they were to hand me a Nicaraguan cigar or a Cuban cigar, I would choose a Nicaraguan cigar.
Really?
Yeah. I'm fully converted.
Even if it's a Monte Cristo, your favorite.
Yeah. Whatever
Honestly,
it is,
I kind of agree with you.
I would take Nicaraguan nowadays.
With Cubans, they have their charm. You know what I mean? They have the setting and they have the charm when you smoke a Cuban, right? But if I want a box of sticks, I'm always going to go to Nicaraguan stick.
Yeah.
Just you're looking at in terms of the flavor profiles, in terms of the construction, and in terms of price as well. It's all in a range that's really acceptable. You know what I mean? So
And you have a lot of them that you can actually find a favorite.
Yeah.
Right. Compared to the Cuban cigars, where, and again, nowadays I think Cuban cigars are getting more into it's for the elite. They just do a bunch of limited editions and cigar of the year and this and that, and you're missing out on the simple daily smoker. I don't think you can find like a daily smoker where you can just go ahead and smoke it on a daily basis.
Just
from
the
a Cuban line.
control as well with
That's amazing.
I've never had a bad Nicaraguan or like if I have, I can count it on one hand. But will you say the same about a Cuban? Not really. You have when I smoke a Cuban, I have to have that
Cuban fixer.
Yeah, the Cuban fixer.
But I noticed
never
that
know.
if you age it,
that's
it
another
loosens
point.
up, right? But that's the
100%.
thing. I think again, buying Cubans is to age for a year, then you go ahead and you smoke it. But yeah, you can literally go ahead and buy a box of an AJ, open it, and smoke it literally the moment you open the box.
Yeah.
100%.
And it's absolutely fine.
So when my daughter was born, I bought a Romeo and Juliet Churchill, and I'm so scared to smoke it. My daughter's now 4, turning 4 this year. I've not smoked it yet because I'm scared if I smoke it and it's plugged, it's gonna ruin that memory of my daughter being born. So I don't know, when do I smoke it?
Just you need just a Cuban.
I'm sorry, it's going to ruin the memory.
I kind of skipped it. I was like, I'm not gonna comment on that. If the
One
cigar is
plugged
ruined,
cigar is going to ruin the memory. 4 years worth of memories of your daughter.
Literally, that's how much I care about cigars.
Okay.
just don't smoke it. Don't smoke it.
And she's 4, but like even from the age of 2, she loves coming and just smelling the cigars.
Like when she's like a 16 and watches this episode, it's gonna crush her.
Now you know
I
what?
might still not smoke that cigar. I'll smoke it on her 16th birthday. I'll be plugged. I'll be like, oh
Oh yeah, dang.
Damn it.
I knew I shouldn't have smoked it. So
What do you think, Budget Jamie? What do you think of the cigar?
Yeah, it's really smooth. I'm not as much of a aficionado as you guys. I don't really typically get as many different notes as you guys get. To me, it's either it tastes nice or it tastes bad. This one tastes nice, and it's smooth. I think the only cigars that I can really get a couple different notes and different flavors from is it the Caseca 149 we smoked, which to me tasted like Terry's chocolate orange, and the Alma del Cielo. When we went to the launch event for that, I can't even place what it tasted like. It just tasted fantastic. Other than that, everything else just tastes like cigar.
This is your first non-Plasencia cigar you smoked?
No.
No.
He smokes exclusively Plasencia.
Yeah, it's. But also, I'm scared to touch any of the other Plasencias that we have. I just smoke Reserva Originals constantly.
Well, I think like one of the nice things of like I began my journey with like budget sticks. Like I smoked the quorums and all the crap you get from Smokers Center, and when you have that experience of those sticks, and then like you smoke good stuff, you kind of can tell the difference. But if you just smoking Plasencias, I feel like that your floor is quite high to begin with.
But I think it's also because like I've obviously smoked shisha for a while before I smoked cigars.
So you're into vape as well in the office, right?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. Did you
Baby
quit already?
I hope my mom doesn't watch this.
I mean,
yeah. So like, if it doesn't taste like watermelon mint, it just tastes like smoke. So, I that's why I'm behind the camera and not talking about it.
No, he's behind the camera because he's ugly.
It was related to you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So Budget JB his starting point was the launch event of Plasencia's Alma de Cielo, which is like a $100 cigar.
Oh, really? Was that like the first one he
That was
smoked?
like his first cigar that he liked.
That was that launch event for me. Kind of created this smoking cigars before, it was cool and it was fun to sit there, but that was the first time I could genuinely enjoyed smoking a cigar.
Yeah, because with the environment, like when you're smoking with a bunch of people that all appreciate what it brings, and the setting and the people, and and it's just a different, right? Like when I first started smoking with the quorums and stuff, it was just because like I had just recently quit smoking, and I just I missed that a feeling of having of puffing on like on a cigarette or whatever it is, and once you start smoking with people that actually appreciate it, it actually changes it for me at least. It changes the experience is as important as what you're smoking.
no, 100%.
So if you go back 10 years ago, we used to get Cuban cigars quite easily, duty free. So I used to travel through. I used to pick up cohibas and stuff, and I used to take Budget JB to smoke. And I used to be smoking cohibas. So his start was actually cohibas.
When was this?
About 10 years ago.
Well, when I was like 15.
So this guy was like a kid.
Yeah, he was smoking
When
cohibas.
I was 15 years old, I went to a Drake concert, and in the line, I smoked a party gas.
What?
Yeah, because I didn't know what it was worth. I was just like, I wanted to smoke something, and I smoked a party. I regret that now.
You're like the bad uncle, yeah? Gets him to smoking and stuff early.
You can't really call me a
the-
bad
the-
uncle. I'm giving him good cigars.
Smoking cigars is only the one part of being a bad uncle. There's plenty of other, bad habits he's created.
So he's been here for a year, right? And we have literally eaten everything in Dubai multiple times, to such an extent where we've, since the last 2-3 weeks, we're now on a health kick. We're like, that cannot carry on. We used to sometimes have McDonald's 4 times in a day.
Are you serious?
No. Not sometimes.
That's the effect of
one
having,
time.
just
But
guilty as being
how
in the
will
house.
you have it 4 times in a day?
Oh, because they brought out this new spicy McChicken.
Yeah, he says this was like a long time ago. This was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was like, I just saw the billboard of it. Like,
Yeah, literally,
yesterday.
we saw the billboard, right? And we were like, oh, we need to try it. It's McSpicy, extra spicy or something. And we like ordered it. It was so good. And we just kept ordering it that day.
Didn't you mention, on some weekend that you had big teas, and then you had steaks? What the next a day or the same a day or something?
Yeah, so on the Saturday we went to Big T's barbecue for lunch, and then on the Sunday we had like big steaks for lunch as well.
So we perfected making steaks.
Oh,
Every
really?
Sunday we were making steaks. So we would go to Prime Gourmet and we'd buy 2 500-gram ribeyes.
Black Angus.
Yeah. So we were building ourselves up. We started off with grass-fed and grain-fed and Black Angus. And basically, then reverse seed it. I'd salt it the day before, leave it in the fridge. Then on the day, take it out like 2 hours before, put it in the oven, get it to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Then sear it. Yeah, quick sear. And then butter baste. Hisham butter baste it. Oh, I just gave away his name. The budget Jamie was then.
I was like, who's Hisham?
It's okay. I do have a visa now, so you can see my name.
So he would butter baste it, and then we would. Oh, that's incredible.
You've never invited us over for steaks.
Yeah. Now we're on a health kick, so.
No, so,
Tell him if he invited you, you'd tell us that you had to like give your daughter a bath and just like
I'll need like a month's notice on that.
So when I was in Glasgow 4 weeks ago, we ordered halal tomahawks from England, and I cooked them in the restaurant.
In there, so you did mention I sent pictures.
I'm so sorry, but how much
What's the
butter did
difference?
you use?
Oh yeah, a lot of butter.
That was like, it was swimming in butter.
I used a full cube of butter.
Well, when you make steaks in a professional kitchen,
That's amazing.
like what's the difference because when you were what's the difference between making it at home and when you made it in the restaurant?
I had staff.
So you just told people to cook your fucking food.
So he's like, he's actually at the table. He's just waiting for his.
Where's my food,
steak.
man? Where are my steaks?
It's so cool because I was cosplaying as a chef, so I had the whole apron on, and I was getting everyone to say yes, chef. So I was like, "Oh, give me that spatula." They'd be like, "Yes, chef." Oh, it's so good. Literally for like 20 minutes, I was like the head chef, and like.
How many people quit their jobs after that?
Just
They all went on a strike and was like, we don't want to work in this.
No,
place
they all
anymore."
had to go to the supermarket to buy more butter.
Yeah, of course.
But you're coming to Scotland.
Yes, I am. We're planning a trip. Really excited for this trip. I think, as I said, like this last year I've been traveling to new places. I was like, listen, you know what? I told my wife, like, yeah, Dubai is great, work is great, and all that, and staying here. But I think any chance we get that we want to leave, I want to travel and go somewhere new. I don't want to go back home, Jordan. 1 week is more than enough. See the family and all that, and the family comes over. But I want to explore. I want to go around, explore the world, and see. I went to Vietnam last year. Went to Casa del Habano
in Vietnam.
in
yeah,
Vietnam. It was really nice. It was amazing. Picked up a bunch of cigars from there. Smoked in one of the lounges in Vietnam. It was really nice. They know how, like the cigar culture in Vietnam.
In Asia, especially like not just in Vietnam.
Yeah,
in
100%.
Asia in-
But Vietnam's
in general.
also because of the communism, right? And it's a communist country.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, Cubans are around everywhere.
No way.
Cuban cigars, yeah, they're literally everywhere. There's a lot of Casa del Habanos across the cities, and it's just a nice experience. You go there and they're like really old, like they've been around since like the 70s and the 60s, so they're like really old establishments over there. Also traveled to Austria. We went to Vienna during
Nice.
Christmas time last year. Enjoyed it. I've never been in a place with that much, Christmassy, festive vibes. It was just amazing. We're done with the heat. We want to go place that's really cold, and it was cold. It was really cold, and yeah, now London and Scotland trip coming up.
Nice.
I'm really looking forward to driving around in Scotland. So it's gonna be a 10-day road trip. Gonna go to the Highlands, drive around.
When you're in London, can you just go check out a few graveyards? I need some new vests.
I think I might find. So
Maybe some
there's a lot
fans
of.
as well.
There's one day we have vintage shopping in London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but by the way, Danny, all jokes aside, that's a trip I want to do like on my own because I know that the UK in terms of
Whiskey.
vintage clothing is the place to go. We went to Denmark as well in December. It was actually the first trip we did with my daughter as well. But it was really, really nice.
Was it your first time in Europe, or you went before?
It wasn't my first time in Europe. I've been to Europe maybe 2-3 times. But this was a long time back actually. But it was like the first time that it's me and the family we go to Europe and what's nice about these places like Copenhagen and London is that it's like cities that you can just go and walk.
Yeah,
in,
it's
you know what I
walkable
mean?
everywhere.
Over here, like where we live, it's nice and everything, but like it's a car city. Like there's no place that you can just, or like if you want to go to a place to walk, you kind of have to drive there, park your car, and then just walk around. You know what I mean? Over there, like you can walk everywhere. There's like a metro station at every corner. There's a bus thing at every corner.
We were punching at like 25,000, 30,000 steps a day.
100%, man.
It was crazy. Like it was to the point where like 7 p.m. we can't feel our foot. Like that's it. We are
100%.
dead from the amount of walking. Like we wake up at like 6 a.m.
So much fun.
and we just head out and we just walking and eating. That's all we've done.
100%. Like and like what's nice about it because it's cold. Then you go into like a cafe, and in Copenhagen there are bakeries were out of this world. Like and you just walk into a bakery, get some bread and butter, on like a bun of some sort on a coffee, and it will just fuel you like for the next 2-3 hours. Really, really nice.
I was watching a video this morning, and this guy was in Tokyo, and it was the final day in Tokyo, and he decided to wake up 3 a.m. and walk everywhere and eat steaks and stuff, and he did 100,000 steps.
Wow.
Which is like 50 miles or something.
It's doable.
No,
It
But-
is.
I mean, I think if I do that, I'll need like a week off
Yeah.
after my vacation. I was
like
like,
you'll need to do that in Scotland to have the tomahawk.
Yeah, with
So
all the
if I
butter
punch
in
in-
All
his
that
Yeah.
restaurant.
butter, yeah.
yeah. So I have
Or
to
you might
punch
have
in
to
100,000
bring butter,
steps
that's
for
what
you
the
to get.
restaurant-
Okay.
To get that tomahawk.
It's like an achievement unlock for me.
Yeah. I just want to say a couple words about the new room that we're in, by the way. So in our old episodes, just to kind of, we're in Vintage Lounge in Bersha, and in our previous episodes we used to film in the other room, but now we're in the room, we're in the new room that they have, and it's quite great, actually, because they actually have a door here, and just in terms of the setting as well, really, really nice.
Can I borrow some water from you?
We want to.
Please don't spill it.
Sharing is caring, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to say like more stuff about what the fucking lounge we're in?
So
Lounge is amazing, but as you can tell, they
Lounge
don't
is
give us enough water, so we have to
Yeah,
share.
there's not water in this place.
So they've actually opened up a new lounge in DIFC, and me and Budget Jamie went for the opening, and it was really cool. It was a very nice lounge. At the end, Budget Jamie went to the washroom, so I was sitting there, and they're like, "Here's another cigar." I'm like, "Well, we just smoked one." But he gave me it. Like, what? This is a dessert shaped like a cigar. So when Budget Jamie came back, I was like, "Oh, try this cigar." And he's ready to smoke it. I realized it's actually a dessert. It is so nice. It's like a chocolate dessert shaped in a cigar.
Oh, yeah.
It even had like a proper cigar label on it.
Really?
Yeah, like it completely throws you off.
No way.
What flavors were you getting from it?
That was the first time I actually got chocolate from a cigar.
They also introduced, like, again, since Vintage is owned by Amir Tamimi, and they have their own brand, which is Amarati. So they've introduced 2 new lines. One of them is quite interesting. It's called a Dinara,
Yeah, the Dinara.
and it's actually a collaboration they did with Davidoff.
Interesting.
It's a Nicaraguan cigar, comes in...
Dominican.
No, Nicaraguan.
Nicaraguan?
Yeah,
Because
currently.
Davidoff do
do
Nicaraguan
Nicaragua
line
as
as
well.
well.
Yeah, so it's a Nicaraguan Davidoff, and it comes in 3 sizes: the Toro, the Robusto,
And
and
torpedo.
sorry,
And
and the Torpedo, yeah, or Figurado, as
Figurado.
they call it.
Just slip
And
a
they've-
couple in your pocket before
Yeah.
before they
And
realize.
they've
Well,
also
what
introduced
is
a
the
new
shopping
line. Well, it's a limited edition from the old line they had. One of the original lines that they've had, which are the Sol Azul.
That is so cool.
They introduced also 3 sizes: Toro, a Robusto. What is this? Is it a
That's, I think, a Toro.
Churchill? No, that's
think
that's not a
that-
Toro.
That's the total.
It's
I think it's a Toro.
is it?
yeah.
But it's a bigger gauge, I think.
Yeah.
It's a thicker gauge.
It's like the Behike 58 size.
Or like a double Robusto, maybe.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah, the gauge of it is.
Yeah, it's
Bigger.
quite big, actually. You're right.
I've been seeing them across, like, in the airport and the duty free a lot.
Really?
Like, they have their own, like, literally closet now, just Emiratis.
I never see them.
I always see them every time I
Which
fly.
terminal?
Terminal 3.
Must be the A.
Yeah. A.
Yeah, I've not
A.
been flying. I've been flying through B.
A has the most. I noticed, like, they have the most cigars. So in A, you don't actually go. It's not like just a wall of closets in
Yeah.
the duty free itself. It's actually a room.
Room, yeah.
Full on humidor. So when I was traveling to Jordan 3 weeks ago, that's where we picked up a bunch of stuff. So my flight was when was my flight? 7 a.m. So I was at the airport at like 5 a.m. I woke him up because he wanted
Yeah.
some cigars, and I got to hear his morning voice. And oh god,
What's that like?
Quite sexy.
no, absolutely not. It's like someone talking through like a really old microphone that's like crooked and like broken
It's like
into a
that
million
meme.
pieces.
I'm under the water.
Yeah, it was so weird. It's like I'm talking to like an AI version of him, and he takes so long to like answer me. Like, what do you want? Like, so what do you want?
Well, maybe it was because it was
I don't know what-
5 a.m. in the morning.
Like, what is a cigar?
But yeah.
So I had to go like from one humidor to the other one just to pick up the same exact things that we found in the first humidor, anyways. Just
Like,
to
you know what's interesting as well? Like, I thought after the geopolitical events that we experienced in March, I thought that okay, that the stock in the airports now is going to be shot to hell.
Oh,
But-
absolutely not.
But it's like the opposite. It's like
Did you
it's
find any
complete-
percents? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. They had everything.
Yeah.
I thought bought them all. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
No, you're buying the ones in Qatar.
you really went there.
Yeah, we normally fly one day after the other. So he'll go and he'll buy some cigars and he'll tell me which ones to buy, and I'll go the next day and then buy from the same.
Because you have a
humidor.
limit of 50 cigars. Per
Yeah,
person.
but per person. So
No. Honestly speaking, like that's the thing. Right? I was flying by myself, right? And then I went to the guy and I was like, "How many cigars am I allowed to buy?" The guy is looking at me in Dubai duty free and he's like, "I mean, technically it's either 25 or 50 depending on where you're going, but no one checks, man." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." So I bought like 75 cigars. Just walked inside Amman.
They
No
stopped you.
one, no one even like
Yeah.
asked me anything. No one even checked.
once we release this episode, that's it.
Yeah, I'm not sure we want to publicize that you broke the law.
I didn't. The guy told me not to worry about it, so I just took his word. He's I'll make
Was
sure
that his
that I
name?
mention his name
Yeah,
somewhere.
that was his name.
So if
You know his
anyone
name
wants
tag?
to have a word with him, that's
His name is Adham Miyasi.
yes. He's also known as Tallham. So if anyone wants to,
Yeah.
to him. I mean,
one
you,
of my
you
side
had an
hustles.
interesting cigar shopping experience.
Yeah. Yes, I did. So my actual experience with this is that so I started buying cigars and just post COVID, like 2021, 2022. And this was actually when the Leaf Master just started coming up. It was when I used to go to the shop there, and it was it was an abdu that were essentially manning the shop, and they'd only be open like for a few hours a day. I remember, and I noticed. Okay, so when with my first experience with them, I used to buy like a few sticks and just go and smoke them at home. So then I'm like, okay, let me check online. You know what I mean? Just look at the prices online, or if it's possible to ship online. And I noticed that all of the U.S. Websites would carry the same sticks. But because it's in the U.S., it would be a lot cheaper in the States. So I remember I actually asked the guys at Leaf Master, hey, like I noticed that in the websites in the States, that the prices are lower than they are here. And then they explained to me, yeah, because of their business and they have the, excise tax and the customs and all that. By the time it comes on the shelf over here in the shop, there's a bunch of add-ons that they have to take into consideration because at the end of the day, it's a business, right? So, I asked him, I remember, I'm like, so if I order them from the States, will they come through? He's like, honestly, I don't know. If they will if they'll come through or not. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot, So I remember this was probably in 2021, 2022. I ordered 8 cigars as like a tester. Right? I paid like, $80 or whatever, and with shipping, it was like, like $100. And they came through in like 3 weeks. They came to my door, and per stick, it was a lot cheaper than what I would pay, anywhere, even in the duty free. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna push my luck a bit, and like in 6 months or so, I ordered 25 sticks, and they came through, and those were the sticks because I ordered like a sampler pack. Those were the sticks that essentially introduced me to the New World. One of the sticks was a New World, was a Man of War, was a Diesel, Alec Bradley as well. They had a bunch of sticks. So that was what got me into cigars. And then around a year later, I made another order of my favorite sticks of the sampler pack. I ordered a bundle, a bundle of them. So it was 40 sticks, and it came through. And I'm like, man, this is working. You know what I mean? So like, this is just what I'm going to start doing. Then I was like running, the guys like, I was running quite low on sticks this past a couple months, and just when the war started, I placed an order because I'm like, I'm out of sticks. I need to place an order. So I placed an order, and in 3 weeks, I get a message from customs that your cigars are here, and I placed an order for 50 sticks. So, I pushed it up to the max. I paid around like 1,100 dirhams, and per stick, I was looking at a good price point, right? So I get a call from customs. I'm like, yeah, did you order a box of cigars? I'm like, huh? I just pretended it. I go, well,
Me no speak English.
me no speak, me no speak
Cigar?
English.
What cigar?
What cigar? So like, yeah, so you're gonna have to pay 100% excise and the 100% customs, and bam. And what's interesting is that in the past, the customs office would essentially pay off the excise tax themselves. But now, per the government, it's you, the customer.
Yeah.
You have to go online, make an account, and essentially pay it off.
Then
Give them the receipt, then they'll process it. So I ended up paying 1,500 on top of the 1,000.
Wow.
Is there any undisclosed amount that you also paid but you don't want to say?
No. So like I told my wife it was a lot less. By the way. Yeah, but essentially, like, you know, I ended up paying, and the only reason why I paid 1.5 was because the shop that I ordered the cigars from
Okay. Stop that.
underpriced it on the box.
Okay. Pause. You can't talk about breaking the law, right? So, look, you need to cut this bit out.
Technically, he didn't. The shop did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't do shit, man.
Yeah,
I didn't do shit, and
You haven't-
You didn't correct them, though.
Technically speaking,
Yeah,
I'm
what-
never going to do this again. So
The what?
I'm sorry. I learned my lesson. It's not gonna happen again.
Okay, we need to cut that bit out.
Yeah.
You have water?
We're gonna actually highlight it and make it as a real.
Make it short.
The other orders you placed, can you tell me the exact value and dates of these orders? Just for the custom officer that's watching this right now?
Any water?
No.
This has been a lovely smoke.
Yeah, it went out. Mine went out.
Good start for the season. Really looking forward to getting back to the podcast and continue this season, exploring lines of AJ.
Yep. The second third is just so smooth. It's beautiful. So, your experience obviously was quite entertaining. But remember, I ordered some cigars from the US.
Yeah, what happened with those, by the way?
So they came to the UAE, and then they went back to America, and I've been chasing that shop, and they never replied.
So, did you get a message or call from customer?
Nothing.
Anything?
Nothing.
I think because he shipped it with FedEx.
Nah, maybe I don't.
You didn't. You were the UAE post, right?
Yeah. Post. It was from US Post at Emirates Post.
Yeah, I think with FedEx they're like, cigars. Do you wanna deal with this hassle? Just send it back.
Omar Ali. That's probably like some complied advantage was just all over the place.
Or maybe like someone in like FedEx just took the cigars and sent back
Yeah.
an empty box. I'm like,
Right.
I'm just gonna enjoy those.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let him deal with the refund himself.
But I got so many cigars at World Cigar Show that
Yeah,
I think they only recently finished.
just finished it.
But yeah, that was incredible. I had lunch with Riyadh a few weeks ago, about a month ago, and so he has so many brands that want to sell in the Leaf Master that they're always sending him cigars to test and everything. So again, he gave me more cigars. He's like, try these ones out because these guys want to come in the shop. And so I smoked a bunch of cigars with him. And it was really good.
Anything that like
It was a brand I'd never heard of.
Any
stand
hidden
up.
gems that you found?
I'd never heard of the brands, but they were nice.
There
There's a
was the
cigar that
sugar
you
tip
guys
got.
smoked that like a.
The sugar tip that you got?
Oh yeah, that one. The
Yeah,
was
Ferio
fantastic.
Tego. No, they already carry that. So Ferio Tego is a brand they already carry, and their cigars are incredible, amazing. And I think they were number 8 or 9 in the Cigar Aficionado Cigar of the Year. It was brilliant.
it was with one that we tried.
Yeah, with a sugar tip.
Abdiani, do you think that what's going on the road right now, that with the world of crypto now, is gonna explode, or like what's your view now? With
So yeah, crypto, it's an interesting world. I'm working with institutional crypto trading as part of the Nomura group. It's called Laser Digital. And I think with the way the world is going, crypto adoption is becoming more and more prominent. especially Bitcoin and Ethereum. The altcoins don't seem to be doing so well.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't. Again, it's they're easier to manipulate in the
Yeah.
markets, right? And then that's where institutions are not gonna really put their bets against
Yeah.
altcoins that much. A lot of stable coins are
Yeah,
actually coming
stable,
out, like
yeah.
a lot. Like in the UAE itself, you have more than 2 or 3 stable coins. Introduced by banks, introduced by the central bank as well. So you're gonna see more and more adoption to crypto as a currency next, and it's gonna be quite interesting, honestly. But I don't think because institutions are gonna adopt a lot of crypto, because governments and central banks are going to adopt a lot of cryptocurrencies, whether it's stable coins or BTCs and ETHs, you're not gonna see the crazy jumps that we used to see.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. Like if you look at Bitcoin, for example, it's been hovering around like what 78 to like 82 quite a while. It didn't, like, in the last, with everything that's going on, it didn't really drop. It
Yeah.
didn't really go up high, crazy, right?
There was a big drop that happened when it was
Yeah.
like a 120 and then it went
Oh, no,
all the way down.
that's. I think it's more of a correction, to be honest. Like reaching 120, and then people were like bullish on it, like reaching like
150.
Yeah, exactly. But remember, there was a time where it reached like what 50, 60, and then it dropped all the way down to like
20, 15,
15,
yeah.
14, right?
Yeah.
That's what I call like a huge drop,
Yeah.
right? I mean, yes, definitely 120 dropping to like 80 is huge, but I would consider it actually 100 to 80 rather than 120. Like the whole bump it went to 120 was a bit odd, and it's not something that's going to be repeated again. It will reach there, but it's not going to be reach there in a much like bullish kind of like way that it did before.
But like, don't you think that like, well, with the same way like with all investing, like if it's if it's stocks or gold or whatever it is, that in the long run it's always gonna go up.
Bro,
Yeah.
everything is, right? Again,
So it's everything, right?
even when you look at like normal currency that we use, not even cryptocurrency, right?
Yeah.
Because of inflation,
Yeah.
things get more expensive, things go up in value. So it's the normal thing to do. Like, have you looked at how like gold and silver rallied like crazy,
Yeah.
and then silver crashed? Gold today went down by like what, $12
Yeah.
in a day? That's huge for gold.
Yeah. What do you think are the implications of this whole like Trump visit now in China and how he brought like all of the like big players, with the Musks and the Nvidia guys there, like and he brought all these people in and just like
It was a show of force, right?
It is.
But I
because
think-
like
but-
and it just to continue my point, right, is that like probably what people thought when Trump came into office, like with tariffs and the trade war and all that kind of stuff. But then like when they're over there, you feel like it's more of like a
It's a business trip.
yeah. So
It's
it's
not
a business trip. of
That's the
some
thing.
sort.
But politics nowadays, it's not like taking politicians with you.
Yeah.
It's like taking CEOs of tech companies with you.
Yeah. So like, what do you think that would and what's going to be kind of like the effect on the stock market?
Yeah.
Bring all these big players to China.
So I think if you listen to what Marco Rubio said today, he said, we know going to China that China wants to be the main economy in the world, and they want to outpace America. But as long as they don't do it at the Americans' expense, that's something that's inevitable. So what they're doing is going there, showing a force. But to be honest, I don't think the Chinese care,
Really?
because Americans went there hoping they'd be doing some kind of trade deal or doing some kind of tech deal. I think it's going to be a wee bit underwhelming, because I don't think the Chinese actually need them. The way the
They're
Chinese
so
are,
sustainable.
yeah, the way, like anybody I know who goes to China, they're saying these guys are decades ahead. The cities are so advanced, the public transport, everything is so modern. They've already got their driverless taxis. they've already got their technology in place. They've got robotics. So they're already ahead. And it's actually the West catching up to them.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
So
look around in countries like, put Dubai aside. Like when I went to Jordan, you barely see any non-Chinese cars anymore.
it's just Chinese cars.
Just
always,
Chinese
okay.
cars. They're cheap,
And they're good.
and the technology in them, unbelievable safety.
Well,
the
do you think
technology.
that was like a result of like? Do you guys know how like back in the day, like all the manufacturing, what was happening in the States, and then all that, kind of work and that part of the economy, it went to China.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
then the
essentially-
Chinese people learned from all that, right?
Yeah, so
and
it
then they were
created-
like, we'll just do our own as well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So that happened, but also at the same time, and this is something that I've heard a lot of people actually say in like podcasts and stuff. The Chinese businessmen and inventors, innovators, and all that, they don't really have the ego that the West has. They're not
They're
doing
not allowed to have it.
Yeah, Khalas, you're doing it for the greater good of China. That's it.
So like, what do you think? Like now with the whole, with Trump in office and the whole concept of like building up the kind of the manufacturing part of the states, building that up again.
It's all playing catch up, right? It's like China's already got the manufacture. It's already got the technology. And in America, it's expensive to
Exactly.
manufacture.
You'll never even be able to compete with the prices of China. Me, as someone that wants to import a specific thing, let's say cars, right? Simple.
Yeah.
The US has always been manufacturing cars. Yes, a lot of the parts in your American car is actually made in China and in Taiwan and in Vietnam and so forth. But even if they go ahead and they produce the whole car in China, and then you produce a whole car in the US, which one's going to be cheaper? Right? So it's always going to be China with that. And people are moving, they're understanding more that I can get way more value to my money if I buy something from China. And people are catching up to that.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Like I met cigar accessory manufacturers at the World Cigar Show. So the ashtray here is my father's ashtray. My guess is these guys, because they put their brand on it, they're probably selling that for, say, 1,000 dirhams. A Chinese manufacturer will build something of the same quality, not have a brand name on it, and it'll be like 50 dirhams. So how do you compete with that?
You can't.
You can't, right? So that's what they did. They came to the World Cigar Show. They're looking for distributors for their humidors, their cutters, all their accessories. And it is so cheap in comparison to what you're buying from the West.
and they have the workforce. Look at the population.
Yeah.
They can produce 1 million of those at the same time that the US can produce 1,000 of those.
Yeah.
Right? So mass consumption happens in China and also happens outside, and people will want to buy more and more of the same thing and keep the quality stable. And they know how to do that.
And you'll see, like, if you go to Casa del Habano here or you go to Dubai Duty Free, there's no Cubans because they know there's so much demand in China. I believe China also owns part of Habano's
Yeah.
SA. There's just so much demand in China. They can sell Cubans to. They don't need to sell it to the Middle East or
Yeah.
anywhere else.
What's quite interesting, like, I've always, all these, all the Cuban lines and stuff, they all have like a Davidoff as well. That they're like
Year of the snake,
yeah,
year of the
Year
rabbit.
Snake.
Exactly.
Those are like really big kind of events and generally like they're just catering to their to Chinese market there, I guess.
It's the same with luxury goods. Look, luxury goods are a little bit down over the last year, but the demand in China is just huge for everything.
But I saw like a trend recently, maybe the past few months, where it's like there was like a trend online where it's like, do you know this luxury brand?
There's like a Chinese guy on like YouTube.
There's a Chinese guy like,
yeah.
this is a factory where it's making this exact same a brand can order from us.
Yeah,
at,
he
you
was
know,
actually
a
like
fraction
saying
of
like
the price.
the zipper that you're actually buying on a Birkin bag, we produce the zippers
Yeah.
and we'll do them on our own version of a Birkin bag, and it's literally less than a tenth of the price.
Yeah.
And that's why, except from maybe Hermes, because Hermes still makes their bags in France, right? But a lot of the other producers, designer bags, the Italian brands, it's all made in China. So that's what really hit them was about a year ago, people started posting about, okay, we make this bag in China and we sell it for $20 and you guys are paying $2,000 for it.
Yeah.
So is there really any value in buying that bag? Just on that same point, you saw tomorrow is the launch of AP Swatch.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the 16th.
So
Are you
AP's
gonna camp out Swatch in Dubai Mall?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like AP makes watches which are in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and now they're selling it for a few $100s. Why? Because then people are not stupid anymore. They know it's the branding and the name is carrying most of the value, and people like young people nowadays, I don't think they want to pay the $100,000 for a watch just to fit in, or the Gen X or wherever they are now called. I think they're much more conscious of price and value.
Yep. No, 100%. It'll be interesting to see when would China actually enter the watches market.
Oh,
They
yeah.
They've been doing a lot of knockoffs, but not amazing ones, I would say. But they do have like tier A's, and they have like master A copies and stuff like that. But actually producing like movements, like good movements, like Japan used to produce like really good movements. You've never heard of a watch movement coming out of China that's like
Yeah.
an A star, but I'm pretty sure that they're gonna get there.
It's like they right now. I think their major push is cars.
And
If they
AI
ever
and
decide,
tech.
if they decide to go into watches, it'll be big trouble for Rolex.
Oh, 100%.
Really?
100%.
Oh yeah.
See, Rolex became more of a heritage brand than anything
Yeah,
else,
but it's
right?
always like when you wear like a Rolex, I feel like that can't get replaced by anything.
It was the same as driving a BMW or a Mercedes, right? About 5-10 years ago. Now people are thinking, am I gonna pay $100,000 for a Mercedes when I can pay $50,000 for a Chinese car, which is actually better?
But
That
I
literally
don't
drives
think
them
that's
water.
as I think the West still has a massive advantage, which is when it comes to cultural exports. I think that's still. I think that's something that China won't compete in for a long time.
I agree because if you think about it, like all the rich people in China, what are they buying?
They're still buying Mercedes, and
All these like
Rolex,
Western,
and- yeah.
what all the Western stuff. That's what they want, and they're in China.
Like when you're or people are aspiring to something, they're not aspiring to a Jetour, right? They're aspiring to like a Mercedes, right? It's or when they're looking for a watch, they're not aspiring to a Seiko. It's a Rolex. I think that's something that the West will always lead in, but the value of that is dropping, and I think China realizes that they don't have to fight on the culture front. They can just make all the money that has to be made, because at the end of the day, the luxury market is tiny compared to mass-produced, mass-consumed goods, right? Which is where China will compete.
Yeah.
If they wanna outgrow the U.S. economy, that's what they have to do.
I think we need to do an episode in China. I think Chinese are going to be bringing out their own cigar brand soon. I met a few people in the World Cigar Show who said, we are just waiting for the Chinese government to allow us to start exporting. We're only allowed to grow the tobacco and sell it to the government. Once they're allowed to grow it and export it, I think Chinese cigars are going to be huge.
Really?
Because they have such vast land, and they have mountains, they have everything. So there must be land that they can grow cigars.
So I'm just curious at the moment. Are there Chinese that produce its cigars that are just consumed in China?
I believe so, because the government has a very strong hold over the tobacco market. I believe
Because you have a lot. You have a lot of cigarettes.
yeah, exactly.
You have a lot of Chinese cigarettes, like a lot.
Yeah, they're one of the largest consumers of cigarettes. As
Exactly, right? And there's a lot of Chinese brands, so pretty sure they have cigars as well.
I think we need to make a trip to China.
Well. Oh yeah,
There's a lot of places we need to make a trip to.
man. I'm reaching the end of the stick, and like now like the strength and the pepper is just building, and but it's fantastic.
I think mediums. I think the strength has been medium,
Yeah,
and the body has been medium as well.
yeah, but with the end of it, like now with me, it's just building up that pepper and long finish.
I think you're right. As soon as I got to the second half of the cigar, I started to get pepper immediately.
Yeah, but it's what a stick, man.
Actually,
Like-
for the value, how much is this?
So this it retails, I think it's $6 or so
Yeah.
in the States, and it was actually like this with the construction of this back in 2014 was a collaboration of AJ and his father, Ismail, and it was essentially a passion project
Yeah.
where essentially the kind of the collaboration that AJ did with his father, who played a role in teaching AJ Fernandez on the craft, with the fact that he brought him in.
And he was actually working in Placencia, right?
Yeah, with the father was working in Placencia, and that's a story for another episode, just to kind of explore like the link of AJ and Placencia. But when they released it, it was essentially a passion project. They didn't put a cost into, or they didn't take price into consideration as much, and it just took the world by storm back then. And it's it's been 12 years now, and it's basically it's a go-to stick for many people, and many people like for me, when you think of an AJ. This is a stick that comes in mind. It's the
New Worlds.
It's a New World with the red band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think if you watch American YouTube on cigars, they always talk about how $15, $20 cigars are just very expensive, and for us, that's like you can't even buy a cigar for that much.
Man,
Right?
they're so spoiled
Yeah.
of our choice over
Then
there.
you'll see them like complaining that I bought like a cigar for $20. Oh man, the economy.
Yeah, man, and in my done like $20 is like $80 dirhams, man. What? Why are you complaining?
I think if we lived in a world where you could buy this for $6, I would be smoking every single day.
Every day, 100%.
It's beautiful. I would be in the cigar stores on a daily basis.
You
buying
won't even
cigars.
need to like keep cigars at your
Yeah,
place.
exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even need a humidor. Just
Yeah.
pick up a cigar whenever you want to smoke one.
Yeah, but that's a good kind of segue to like this past 1 year, the cigar scene in the city.
Oh, exploded.
I feel has just gone off from strength to strength, man. And like with the amount of with the amount of lounges that have opened, the amount of interest
Yeah.
in cigars and smoking, and the amount of people that are actually picking it up, like in every one of the coffee shops. It isn't even not even in like a cigar like lounge.
Yeah.
If you're just in a coffee shop, just last winter,
Yep.
when we'd be in like a coffee shop that is outdoors, you'd see like a bunch of people just take out their cigars and start smoking, and like 2 years ago that was like never the case. Whenever we'd smoke outside, you notice like we'd be the only ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like now it's just been exploding.
Yeah, they're exploding in many different ways as well, right? There's so many new cigar retailers opening up. For
100%.
example, there's a brand that Leaf Master carries called El Septimo. They've now stopped carrying them because they've opened up their own shop here in that lounge that you went to yesterday.
Yeah, in the Grand Guild. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was actually they had a bunch of the El Septimos over there.
Yeah, so they've taken the rights for Septimo,
Yeah.
and then I've been to so many new cigar lounge openings. So vintage DIFC. Then there was a new one opened up in Dubai Opera. And then there's one Zabil opened
Yeah.
up. There's just almost every hotel now has a cigar lounge,
Yeah.
and they're all spending so much money on their interior. They look amazing. They have amazing views.
Yeah.
They have all the cigars that you want. The kind of people smoking cigars now are not just wealthy people. You get all kinds of people.
Yeah.
And I have met so many different kinds of people who smoke cigars at these events.
Yeah.
And one thing is, they're all so friendly and so accommodating. And
You
they'll
gotta
s-
love the cigar community.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
love it. They're very open. There's no snobbishness. You can come and you can sit with an Emirati who you normally would never meet in your day to day, and you can just sit there, smoke cigars, and they will just happily talk about the cigar and their passion for it. And I think that's what's really changed from when we started recording episode 1 of the podcast
Yeah.
to now.
Like you know, and you really have to, and you really have to credit the guys at Leaf Master because like, back in the day, our options were just the Cubans that they had here with Casa del Habano, and I think just what was carried at the Smoker Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came in, and they're like, you know what, let's just start introducing.
They disrupted the market.
all the new world, cigars, and that just took off in a way where it's like you said, they I can't be they I don't have the capacity to represent that world, on their own anymore. That with the fact that it opened up a lot of opportunities like for other distributors to start bringing in like lesser known brands or like indie brands into the region, which is essentially which is what happened in the States, right? Like in the States you're spoiled for choice, really. There's every kind of cigar imaginable, and that's happening here. Like, and it just this past one year, I think it's gone off from strength to strength, really.
And even like the other day when we visited the Leaf Master in Habtoor, it's an experience going to the shop.
It completely changed, man.
It's amazing. You find so many things.
100%, because it's that visit was like my first one in like almost a year or so, and the way with the kind of lines that they carry and with the amount of cigars that they have, like I remember when I was doing my research like for this for the season, I shortlisted around 20 sticks before I went to 10, and they had all 20 sticks in all in all the Vitolas. It was
and
they had
all-
everything.
And they were all aged beautifully. The cigars, you can tell that they care about their humidor.
Yeah, one
like
thing-
100%.
Well, one thing, like we've been to a bunch of humidors here, and hands down, with the way that the Leaf Master take care of their humidor is head and shoulders above anything I've seen in the city.
Even outside, like I've visited humidors, as I said, in other countries, and it's not as good.
Yeah, maybe that's a big with me, with the fact that they like won in the PCA event the launch of the year or shop of the year.
They won the international shop of the year again for the Dubai one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
last year they won it for the Abu Dhabi, and they won it again for the Dubai shop.
Yeah, it's
And you know who won Cigar Lounge of the year?
no.
It was one in Kuwait. I think it's called Cabinet Club or something. It looks incredible. And other one that was shortlisted was one Riyadh, which also looks amazing.
Really?
We have to go visit these lounges.
Honestly, that would be one of the goals that we have is to kind of take the show to other places in the region as well, because it's Dubai's been, it generally is the place that kind of where all this, all the new innovation of the region begins here, but then it spreads out into the region.
Yeah, and also, for example, in Pakistan, we met with a cigar aficionado from Pakistan, and I was there in Lahore in December, and the weather there was really nice. So what they do is they don't really have a lounge culture there. They just meet up in different coffee shops and sit and smoke. And I went to a cigar meetup, and there was a famous actor there as well, and he was just smoking a cigar, very calm, very very cool, and having a chat. And I think that's another area where they're just exploding.
Yeah.
Number 10 Lounge, which opened up here on Jumeirah Beach Road, they're opening up a branch in Islamabad.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Fantastic.
So yeah, keep an eye out for the season. I think we're gonna explore more lounges. We're gonna be going around,
100%.
even in the city itself. And we'd love to take you guys with us in those lounges, and you guys get to see the actual cigar experience and lounge experience in Dubai and what's actually been happening in the city. And it's been amazing, and I'm so hopeful for what's actually gonna come next. It's gonna be an amazing season with an amazing year of cigars.
100%. And just I want to say that, Ani, as as an opener, I think this has been a banger. Ani with the stick was fantastic, and I can't wait to introduce you guys to the rest of the lineup, because I'm genuinely excited about with the journey that we're going to take this season, and the journeys we're gonna take in the next ones with the Plasencias and the Fuentes, and it's gonna be really really exciting. Really exciting.
So yeah, I guess.
Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone
All right, guys.
for listening, tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow us on all the podcast channels. We're gonna be on all of them. We're also gonna be updating our cigar reviews blog more often.
100%. My plan is to, whenever we smoke a stick here, we're gonna have a review of that stick, or a Vitola of that stick up on the blog. So I give that a read as well. And we'll see you guys in the next one.